Welcome back to Reverie Under the Moonlight. We're now diving into the Subterranean grave, where we met this girl who warned us to turn around and leave. However, we can't heed her words because we're on a mission to save our village. And here's pretty much the only new enemy in this area, which is a cat girl cane thrower. These names are getting worse by the second. But basically all she does is that she throws her cane, or staff, or whatever, and it spins around like a boomerang. And it's a really big hitbox, so you should watch out. Also, Medusa head-like bats are going to be populating a lot of rooms. And another shopkeep. So we're going to go ahead and get the Clarity Shard, and we're going to pass on the Necklace of Sacrifice for now. The Clarity Shard basically lights up dark areas, like this place, for example. Ascorn, how'd you end up in here? Well, that doesn't really matter. Let me see if I can do something about your predicament. Well, there's somebody else in here. Maybe they know how to get you out of here. Well, that wasn't helpful at all. Let's see here. Let's have a look around. This place is really dark, so it's kind of tough to see. So why don't we use the Clarity Shard to light up the place? Oh, there it is. Alright, the bigger question is, now how do I get up there? Well, the place does lead out of here. So, if my reasoning is correct, this wall is fake. Aha! I did it. Well, alright then. Well, unfortunately we didn't get the other one out. And I don't have the time to scrounge about and try to figure out how to undo that. After all, we need to push on. And it looks like our Clarity Shard went out. Kinda makes me wish that it was a passive item instead of an active one. We need to watch out for this chest here because it is booby-trapped. because as soon as you pop it open, a bunch of curse gas comes out, and the room is filled with more of those Medusa head-like bats and this cane thrower. So at the bottom of this screen is two paths, one leading to the left and one leading to the right. We're going to go left because going to the right leads to a dead end for now. That took a lot of damage. But luckily, we have the Impurity Flask and
ideas
Pearl, which means I could just poison myself and regain back all that health I lost. You know, in hindsight, it would have been a smarter idea to get the magnet stone out, but oh wells. Easy come, easy go. Be really careful around these spikes. There we go. Oh, we found a key. Now all we have to do is find the door that this key goes to. And luckily, I already know where it is. And it involves that path that we didn't take a little earlier. Sooner or later, we're going to have to get that item that lets us crawl through small spaces. Because we have been running into too many of these opportunities to get something. And just being teased out of it. Because we don't have that item. Well, now that we're out of the water, let's go ahead and light up the place so it makes it a little easier to see. And we come down here for a vitality piece. So here's a little puzzle you have to solve in order to unlock a shortcut. All you have to do is just lure this little imp guy over to this wall here and have him throw a bomb, and bingo bango, you got yourself a shortcut all the way to the beginning of this area. And you have easy access to the shopkeep, which we're now going to buy the Necklace of Sacrifice, which increases our attack by 100% while we're at lower health. Now that might sound bad, but when you're doing a no-hit run for bosses, that actually is pretty good, and I might be using it for a lot of the boss fights from now on. Speaking of bosses, we're now approaching one right now. Let's go ahead and change out our items. I'm going to swap out for the... Well, let's go ahead and demo the Necklace of Sacrifice and, I don't know, the red ring. Go ahead and beef ourselves up before we enter. And turn on the lights. So this is the derelict Frida, and she's not a very complicated boss. In fact, she only has about like 5 moves total. The first being that laser that she shoots from her midsection, and the second being that little snapping motion that she'll do every now and again. The third move is that she'll charge up a big laser, one that you can't just duck, and that is your signal to either roll away or try to stun her. But stunning her takes a fair amount of effort, so you're better off just rolling behind her. Her fourth move is that she can disappear and reappear. And her last move is going to take a while to actually get her to do, because, I don't know, for some reason she just wasn't in the mood. But eventually she'll summon some phantom dogs that we saw from Crest City, if you remember those. And that's basically her entire repertoire. And she's pretty easy to take down with the bow. In fact, it's a lot easier to take her down with the bow, because if you try to take her on with your leaf, you're probably going to get hurt with contact damage because, I don't know, for some reason attacking her doesn't completely shut off her hitbox. At least not reliably, at least. I never noticed that the left side of her sprite has eggs attached to them. I wonder what's up with that. So, for the hard mode, why don't I show you a proper demo of the Necklace of Sacrifice, as well as showing you just how powerful I can become with these items. And done. So yeah, the necklace is pretty cool. Anyways, the reward for taking no damage is the Sparse Thread, and that's a pretty good magic item that I'll demo at a later time. Anyways, let's go ahead and grab the third Crest Fragment, which allows us to charge our bow a little quicker. Well, now it's time to find where we're going to go next, and I already know where we're going, and it involves that path we didn't take, and the key that we found a little earlier in the video. Well, that about does it for this video. Tune in next time when we go into the White Leaf Memorial Park.